zoom in. Woo. Why this thing's so zoomed in? Sheesh. Turn this around with it. Put that camera around. Hey Tiffany, how are you doing? Good morning again. Tiffany, on the bottom right, is that heart thing gone? We are headed to EMT class. Okay. I saw, when I was in the advanced settings to turn on monetization, I saw a thing that said deactivate responses or something. So I clicked on it to see if it would take that heart thing away. Because I absolutely hate the way it covers up the chat. I hate the way that little heart reaction thing covers up the chat. So, and I don't think it really does. I don't think people hitting that heart thing really does anything for your channel. Drunken Chef, not much, and you were correct. That was some very juicy, wonderful chicken that we had yesterday. I took those chicken leg quarters and wrapped them up in some aluminum foil, put complete seasoning on there, and then just put them on the grate over the fire pit. Cooked them. The internal temperature was around 175, 180. Which I think completely cooked is supposed to be 165 for chicken. So it came out perfect. And I actually put them in a roasting pan to take them inside the house, and I didn't test the temperature till I got inside. So they had been able to rest for a couple of minutes before I tested the temperature. We are heading about 35, 40 miles over, kind of southwest of me, to a town called Wilson, North Carolina. That is our training facility for work, and that is where they are doing my EMT class on Mondays. Hey, Coastal. Hey, we've been on vacation because we loved our occupation. Yeah, if Coastal was not at that office could not run. She comes back and they truly truly appreciate her value of work. Unfortunately, I highly doubt they do. That way goes to Goldsboro, home of the Goldsboro. That is is that Kent Lejeune? Yeah. Because Havelock is Cherry Point, Goldsboro, Kent Lejeune, I think. Top 3 bass lures: chatterbait, Senko, and lipless crankbait. If I was going to go to any pond to try to break it down, I would use a chatterbait, a lipless crankbait, and a Senko. And the Senko would be Texas rig. Crankbait would be chrome with a black back for the lipless crankbait, and probably, I personally like the Cotton Cordales. They're cheap, they're very cheap, but they are very well made. Or if I wanted to go a little more expensive, I'd do a Red Eye Shad by KVD or Strike King with the 2-tap tungsten weights in it. Those are the 2 best colors and specific lures I use. Chatterbait, anything Z-Man. Normally I go with the white, yellow with a little bit of green, I believe is what it has on it. Kind of has like a bluegill-ish look to it. And I'll usually use a 3. You normally put about a 4-inch fluke on the back. Whatever fluke I can find that somewhat matches, like a white fluke or bluegill colored fluke, something like that. And then the Senkos, I personally, if it's clear water, I like a watermelon pearl laminate by Yum. I think it's actually called a Yum Dinger. I think it's a 5-inch Senko or 5-inch stick bait. Or I use their black with blue flake if it's dirtier water. And you can actually get those, I think they're like $20 for a pack of 75 or 100. But those are my top three lures. I personally like the Z-Man jackhammer chatterbait. The only downside with the jackhammer is they are $15, $16 a pop. They have a tungsten head on them. That's one reason why they're more expensive, and they have a higher quality blade that will actually vibrate quicker and better. You're paying more, but you're getting better quality. And the hooks seem to be sharper. Can you buy a little $4.50 Z-Man chatterbait that has your regular lead head and all that? Yeah. They work just as good. They don't chatter as fast, and the weight on them tends to be a little bigger because it's lead or composite of a lead, because a lot of places don't allow you to use lead anymore. But I know for a fact that the jackhammer is a tungsten weight on it, and I've gotten to where I'd like to use tungsten more, because I have had a game warden recently check my weights to see or if they were a composite material, because North Carolina will be actually a lot of states now are outlawing lead. You cannot use any type of lead for fishing anymore, because it causes lead poisoning in birds and bioaccumulates in fish and stuff. I think that's actually a federally mandated law about the non-use of lead. So I started to push more towards trying to find tungsten weights. Tungsten is a little more expensive, but they're smaller, more compact, more dense, and seem to have better feel to them. Drunken Chef, yes, that is a manufacturing thing. If you buy it, when you go to like Walmart or somewhere and you're getting fishing weight leads, it's not lead. I can go ahead and tell you that. But if you go to Joe Blow down the street that has his own, that goes around and melts it down and pours his own weights and sells a third of the price of what you buy in the store, then that can be lead. You don't know what they're using. And that's where marine fisheries or wildlife is trying to crack down on things, because a lot of people are starting to smelt or melt their own lead and pour it, then go out and use it, or make their own jig heads and so on and so forth, because I could go to the local tire shop in my hometown, take all the old tire weights from them, take them home, melt them down, and pour bushels of weights, and pretty much not have a thing in it, because all he's going to do is throw it out. I might have $5 or $6 in 100 plus weights, where $5 or $6 at Walmart would get me 4 4-ounce weights. So that's what they're trying to prevent from happening, is that people doing it for themselves or as a business on the side are using proper materials. Because there's a lot of people out there just trying to make a buck. They don't care about rules, regulations, or anything like that. PA Outdoor Couple Channel. Hello, how you doing, PA? I've been talking with Obelisk to try to get them to start including terminal tackle with their line for hooks and weights and stuff like that. I don't know if they will or not, but I have talked to them and tried to see if they could start providing terminal tackle. They said that was definitely something they needed to look into. So I'm hoping by the end of next summer, I'll be able to get all my line, rods, reels, everything through Obelisk. Which I will say, I have had a significant reduction of backlashes since using Obelisk reels. But it is a beautiful morning in North Carolina. While I was taking Panda to school, it was showing 34 degrees outside. Now it's showing 42 an hour later. We've already warmed up 10 degrees today. I'm just happy that I was able to turn that little heart thing off that blocks the or covers up the chat for everybody. Right alongside. Oh, hey. How you doing, buddy? Dang, you're up early. It should be like 5:30 over there. Tiffany, that would be Nick from AZ Highland Homestead. Or ZA Lowland Nosesteed, as I call him. He is slowly working his way back into the ranks of YouTube, which is awesome. Very glad to see you coming back, Nick. Hey Nick, you're not a lowlander, we are. I mean, my mom and dad's place is only 10 foot above sea level. I think our house ain't but like 35 foot above sea level. Pine Tops. This little town here is called Pine Tops. $5,100 foot here. Whew. That's like 5,090 foot above me. I had to do the math there. 5,090 foot higher up in the air than what we are. We are what you would call flatlanders. Out here in the coastal plain. Technically for us, at the perfect hurricane that met all astrological or meteorological requirements, where it was as strong as it possibly could be and it did not weaken at all, was to come into eastern North Carolina. We could see flooding that could put the Atlantic Ocean as far inland as 125 miles. But it would take the absolute most perfect storm. It'd almost take like a nor'easter and a hurricane to collide right over our coast. Very similar to the movie The Perfect Storm. If something like that collided right off of our coast, the storm surge of 25 to 30 foot that could cause, or a 40 or 50 foot wave, could actually crash or break at where me and Coastal live at. That's how low to sea level eastern North Carolina is. Because you're talking about the waves that the Andrea Gale went down in the perfect storm were 45 to 50 foot plus waves, or like you see on the Deadliest Catch, 25 to 30 foot waves. If a 25 or 30 foot wave came on shore here, or even a tsunami came on shore here, it could wipe out probably upwards of 100 miles inland. Unlike somewhere like Tokyo or Japan, or Tokyo, Japan, or Philippine Islands, where it wipes out one little community, hits a mountain and goes back out to sea. If a tsunami like that hit here, it could literally wipe out everything from probably here to Raleigh, which is a good 125 to 150 miles inland of the Outer Banks. I hope I'm never allowed to see something like that, because that would be biblical destruction of this area. I don't think it would matter how deep your roots are at that point. To be completely honest with you. You're fine, Chef. Yep. Definitely got deep roots that way, but biblically speaking, but physically or worldly, there's not enough roots deep enough for something that would cause that type of flooding. That's where this little building on the right is where Coastal's family does their yearly family reunion. Yeah. I do like I like the fact that I could go and just go to any tire shop and buy all their weights that they pull off the tires and just throw in a pile to the side and turn around and make my own weights. But how pure those are, or if they are the correct lead to pass the rules and regulations out there, I don't even know what all the rules and regulations are for percentage of lead you can have and this, that, and the other. So definitely safer to buy from a retail store, but also more expensive. Hey, family. I didn't even think about pointing out it's a zoo life back there. Not that you can really see anything at the zoo, but there is a zoo back there that has all types of exotic animals, which we really need to get Panda over to that and maybe see if we can live stream while we're there. Go to the left, you go to Macclesfield. Stay straight, you go to Wilson. And eventually Raleigh. Whew. I got 5 awesome people watching and 6 thumbs up. I'm just impressed I learned how to turn the little heart thing off. Unfortunately, my Bible for the next few months will be this EMT book on how to become an emergency medical technician. And I think today's lesson is airway, securing the airway. So I might learn how to intubate people and use the bag with the CPR mask and doing CPR and how to position the head to make sure the airway is clear. So that ought to be fun. Ooh. This little grill over here on the left, Bridgersville Convenience Store and Grill, they got some good food up in there. As you can tell by all the trucks out front. It says I lost everybody. I'm glad the car in front of me is only going 55. Actually, I don't even think they're going 55 because I'm catching up to them and I'm doing 55. Ooh, it's a DG Market. That's new. That's a new Dollar General. That has not been there before. That's really, really new. And it is now open, now hiring. Coastal, we're going to have to come back to that DG Market if you're still in here. I think there's a DG Market over in Snow Hill also. Supposedly the Dollar General marketplace like that, it's supposed to have outdoor equipment like camping, fishing, and hunting and survival gear. Whether they actually do or not, I don't know. I have not been in one to find out. Look, it finally said somebody came back to watch. Two people came back to watch. Yay! First opportunity I get to pass, this car is going to be passed. Having a truck where I can just hit the accelerator and go like that. Because I went from about 50 miles an hour to 70 in no time. At SAG going 55, I caught up to that vehicle like that. Deer crossing. Not that the deer actually know they're supposed to cross here or not, but hey, deer are only supposed to cross at the deer crossing signs, but the state forgets to tell them that. Passed the car, now it sped up behind me. Whew. I guess once I passed them, they decided to wake up. To get to where I'm going now. I don't think it's but about 10 minutes from here, so I'm doing good. That ain't doing too good, though. Battery power is getting low. Let's see if it'll charge that way a little quicker. Oh wow, that's a nice dresser over there on the side of the road. Or it looked like. Might need to stop by that on the way home if it's still there. because that could be a nice table to put Ghosty on in Panda's room. Might have to fix it up a little bit. I have to see what it looks like on the way back. We shall see. North Carolina roadside treasure finds. It's amazing what people will blow off the back of their truck or sling off around here. Or just pull over on the side of the road and dump it. I'll turn left here. Yep, this is where I turn left. Nice and it's sad that I can get around most of North Carolina now without a GPS. Eastern North Carolina School for the Deaf. That's cool. And then the Longleaf Neuromedical Treatment Center. That's an interesting place to take patients in and out of. The Neuromedical Center. There are some characters there, to say the least. Science Museum. That's something we need to do at Panda again. Hey, Thunder. How you doing? I hope you're doing well, ma'am. Somebody type PayPal so Thunder can send me some gas money. Or somebody can send me some gas money. Sheesh. My gas is going to be tight this week. Real tight. Whew. I wish you would hurry up. I'm assuming that's the Prime Minister of Canada now, or whatever you call him. Doesn't Canada call their leader a Prime Minister, or I think that's what y'all call them. I don't know. I barely know U.S. politics, much less other countries. I ain't even gonna try. Okay. Hey, I was right. I didn't backlash it. Wow. I was gonna say I didn't really have a king or queen. I don't know why, for some reason, my brain wants to say that even though y'all have a prime minister in Canada, he still answers to the king or queen over in England, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know how the politics of this world work. I know one thing, it's getting cold in this truck. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought y'all were still considered colonial, so you dealt with the prime minister answered to the king, queen, or royal family somehow. Sheesh, I actually know more than I thought I did. Or remember more than I thought I did. Alright, let me turn this around. Let y'all see my beautiful, clean-shaven face. Hopefully it didn't scare anybody. Because of all this hand, foot, and mouth disease that's been going on in our house with Panda and everything, I decided to make sure I shaved to make sure I didn't have any bumps or rashes or anything around my mouth or chin or anything like Panda's had. I don't think I would make a very good president. Yeah, unfortunately, we had a outbreak of hand, foot, and mouth in our house, which presents with sore throat, high fever, and rashes of the mouth, hands, and feet, and buttocks areas, which is a very interesting thing. So, yeah. Let's see. Today is the 25th. Actually, today looks like principles of pharmacology and shock. That would be interesting. No one else was affected, but because it is a highly contagious disease, me and Crystal had to stay out of work last week because we are considered carriers at that point. So we did have to stay out. Let's see. But I am here at the office. I got about 10 minutes to get in here and get into class. So find my seat, get situated and all that. I need to talk to the teacher because I missed last Monday due to Panda being sick. See if I need to do something to make that up or what have you. I don't know what the reaches of hand, foot, and mouth are. But I had never heard of it, and I said that Panda had it, and I think I've heard of 20 or so kids now that have had it, and 4 or 5 schools that have had outbreaks. It is communicable by touching, by aerosols, which is sneezing or coughing droplets, or by eating or drinking after somebody. So it is highly contagious in that sense. So yeah, always a fun thing to have. And once one kid in a school gets it, it spreads like wildfire. So hopefully this is the end of it and we don't have it again. But anyways, y'all take care, be safe. Yep. Funny thing is, Panda's pediatricians laughed when we figured out that it was hand, foot, and mouth and said, "Oh wow, you finally get to experience a normal childhood disease and not something that dealt with her genetic defects or disabilities. For once, we actually found something normal, which is weird, because she hasn't had strep throat, she hasn't had flu, she did have COVID, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I don't know about the wealthy part, but the healthy and wise I can do. The wealthy doesn't seem to be working. But anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Take care, have fun, stay blessed, and leave the backlashing up to me, y'all. All right, bye.